Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin. Getting my latest review on Sailor Moon Crystal Pretty Guardians. Episode 37. This episode was definitely very climactic in a lot of ways. After the end of last week's episodes, it was both Sailor Moon and Sailor Chibi Moon combined their powers, and they both transformed. Sailor Moon became Super Sailor Moon. Chibi Moon became Super Sailor Chibi Moon. And right now, this is very, very dramatic, because they're combining all their efforts, their powers, doing their best to destroy and Mistress 9 and Master Pharaoh 90 to keep them from trying to consume this world. It's definitely, even though they're giving it all they got, it's different. It looks like they're having only very little effect on it, and on Mistress 9, even though she looks like she is taking some damage. It doesn't look like it's like completely destroying her, which means they're still. hmm which means they're not able to defeat her right yet. But things get even things from bad to worse. As Chibiusa not only does Chibi Moon lose her power, starting to lose her strength, but also Master Pharaoh 90 merges with Mistress 9. Filled with all the energy that she consumed from the legendary Silver Crystal and the other Sailor Guardians, she's literally brimming with power. Well, right now they're in what you call a hot point. Right now we're at a vulnerable point. But they're still not giving up on this. They're trying to do their best. They're trying to attack. They're all using their coordinated attack. Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Venus. Neptune, Venus. Jupiter, and Mercury. They all do their best. Because they know if they don't beat it here, then everything will be destroyed. They will lose. Well, definitely. Definitely. They're at the crossroads. Things start to They try to do their best, but things get even more problematic as the enemy Master Pharaoh 90, Mistress 9, they're not being affected by as they think they are. Instead of hurting it, they seem to be feeding on their energy, even more so than before, growing stronger. Because this is very, very problematic. That you know dealing with them dealing with this, how powerful, Master Pharaoh 9 is, it's definitely problematic. It gets even more problematic as he literally rips open the hole in the sky, opening a portal to see the Troll Star system, the home galaxy where Master Pharaoh 90s come from. Um, he's able to open into its what you call his mother universe. His mother planet, his home world. Seeing that now soon he'll become one with this planet and consume it completely. Seeing that they saying basically he's gloating, saying that right now now they're nearing victory, but that's not completely true. So we can't give up. They can't give up, that easily. Especially knowing that they're dealing with someone like Master 90. I mean, he's fighting the Sailor Scouts, so they have their options. So they're not completely done for. However, as they all start to lose their energy, things get very problematic for them because it looks like they're starting to lose hope. But then Sailor Moon, she gets an idea in her head, an idea which leads to her making a very, very dramatic choice. Even though the others, they all do their best, we get to see Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, even Tuxedo Mask even does, and no, gives us his attack. Even though it kind of sounds a little bit dumb. Because I like him. He's stepping out, more because most of the season he's been mostly a supporting role. Helping from the shadow, but now he's getting involved. Even managed to save Chibi Moon, from death because she was about to be exhausted. She was literally about to fall right into the black pit, right into Master Pharaoh 90, which would be very more problematic. you know. And now, but things get, they luckily for them, they managed to come up with a solution. However, Sailor Moon thinking about the past, thinking about everybody's lives. How they all waited all this time, what happened with the Silver Millennium, all those centuries ago. How they all became separated beyond time. She does the unthinkable. She summons the chalice, focus all the energy from the chalice into her body, holding it tight, then dives in. I'm like, she's literally just jumping in right into that pool, that muck of evil and darkness, trying to see if she can try to destroy it from the inside, which is very problematic because this thing feeds on energy. So what she's doing, even though it's a noble sacrifice, it's very, problematic. Things get even more hectic and hype as the three talismans they resonate once more, or they combine their elements together, and once again, and we're introduced finally to the appearance of the character we've been longing for a while. This death omen that they've been fearing, Sailor Saturn. Hotaru is back now. Uh, Seeing her back, this is a sign that things are changing and things are changing because this being Sailor Saturn is a being of destruction. Because that's what she's been, destruction. Has she first lifted her scythe and destroyed the Silver Millennium, and the Guardians have been fearing her return. Uranus, Neptune, Moon, and Pluto, they've all feared her awakening, knowing that this day will come, and finally it has. Seeing how Sailor Saturn, how she talks, saying that she's always been an omen of death and an uninvited guest. Seeing how she went through, how she was as Hotaru. Seeing the tragedy she went through in her past as Hotaru. The reason why she never awakened in earlier was because her body, suffered so much traumatic, and not to mention being corrupted by the aliens. In a way, the reason why she didn't awaken sooner is because the aliens were making their move, and she couldn't reawaken. She couldn't awaken right away because Master Pharaoh and their minions were right there trying to manipulate her to do into her puppet. Basically, and they did the same with her father, the Professor Turo. They manipulated him, turned her body into a cyborg, or part alien, part human inorganics. It's pretty freaky. Now and the only time when she was able to awaken at the moment of her was after her true body was gone. I mean, think about it. Only beyond death could she be awakened, because she is supposed to be death and destruction in a way. Seeing how badass she is as she lifts her weapon, her scythe she calls Silent Gray, as it literally tears Master Pharaoh 90 apart. But not only that, it also seems to, I mean, her power is literally destruction. And we won't away from her side, it means, the end. Seeing how she destroys everything. It seems that she's planning on destroying Master Pharaoh 90, but she looks like she's planning on destroying Master Pharaoh 90 along with the world. Because it's obvious she is destruction. I mean, I think she's trying to, in a way, trying to fulfill her purpose, but destruction isn't the only path she can follow. I mean, we all know that, right? I mean, she doesn't have to go down this path completely. I mean, and that's a big cliffhanger at the end of the episode as she lifts, as she swings her scythe. Could this really be the end? I don't think so, but you gotta admit how grim and dark it is. The way the way it all went to the way it all went. I just can't wait to see what happens next. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin gave my latest review on Sailor Moon Crystal. Hope you enjoy it. That's all I gotta say. I'm out.